Well, good morning, Annette, or afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this. I'm doing this in the afternoon. Uh, Welcome to episode 118 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, SaleenDriver. The show about nothing in particular. The longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. Good to see almost, well, three people so far. Let's see. Let me get organized here. Just do that and that. Okay. Let's see. I only got a couple of people in right now. Neo was the first one to show up even before I went live. And so did Sir Uga. Sir Uga. No giveaways today, sir. I did, however, send the watch to Ramajama Taylor, who I'm pretty sure I know that's a pseudonym for somebody else. I won't say who, but I sent the watch off. He picked, I'm assuming it's a he picked the deep blue, the Pepsi style diver. He didn't want the Casio. So I sent that off to him last week. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he got it by now. I haven't heard from him, so I hope he liked it. It's a good watch. I mean, it's not $1,000 dive watch, but it is a good dive watch, a good quality. Matt Dumit is here. Good to see you. And Uga says Colby won't be watching. Well, we don't know that. I mean, I sold Colby a watch, and he did win a watch. Yes, the infamous fake G-Shock fiasco, which I take full responsibility for. I'm not going to hide from it. I ordered a watch from a source that I thought was reputable. It turned out not to be so. So I told him to keep the watch, do whatever we want with it. And then I ordered a real watch, a real G-Shock from G-Shock, and got it to him. And he's happy with that. And he's happy with the watch that he bought. Hang on just a minute. There is a bright rumor flying around that Tiger Cat might show up, and we'll just go sit in the corner, Jay. I think this is like Crimson Brave and BVD. The Crimson Brave constantly egging BVD to time him out because he gets a perverse throw from being timed out. I think this is where Jay Shippies and I are at this point. He says something that he knows I'm going to time him out because he likes being timed out for whatever reason. So I will play the role he would have me play. So I will have him go sit in the proverbial corner for a few minutes. Uga says it's Colby's nap time. I think Colby is too old for naps, but I'll let Colby, if he shows up, I'll ask him. CJ is here, one of our two resident Georgia Tech fans in this little community we've built. Tiger Cat is here. See, I knew she would be here. There was a rumor Tiger Cat would be here, and Tiger Cat. Yes, I did oblige Jay by timing him out. Tiger Cat, Jay is in timeout for a couple of minutes. It's not funny. But I mean, it's not only not funny, but it also has the added benefit of being unoriginal. Where's Pizza Woman? She's usually here by now. She's my number one troll killer. I don't know where Pizza Woman is at. I hope she does show up today. Steve Pearson's here. Good to see you, sir. Busy week for my family down here in Central Florida. Every year, first week in January, for the past 13 years, and this would be the 14th year, my parents are world class. I mean, I don't say that with hyperbole. I say that as truth. My parents are, well, now my mom is, world class glass collectors. They have a glass collection that is better than most museums. I don't say that out of ego. It's the truth. They have a very close working, I keep saying they like my father is still alive, but forgive me. But my parents had and have a very close working relationship with Ringling College of Art and Design. And they have a gallery, among other things, on campus. They have a gallery in there. And every year from the first week in January, first Friday of January, which happened to be January 6th this year, until the end of March, they take approximately 30, 35 pieces out of their collection, and they put it in the Bash Gallery. And they put it on display for the public by appointment to see. And that happens this Friday. In addition to being the opening of this show, it's also turning into kind of a tribute and celebration of my father. I'm expected to speak. That should be interesting. But my mom is running around a lot. They had the pieces taken out to the gallery, and it's being set up now as I sit here. I asked my mom if she wanted me there to help, and she said, "No, you don't know the plan. I've got this," and so I'm able to be here, but very busy now. Tomorrow, we have a glass artist named Richie Royal coming into town from Seattle. He's going to be a guest speaker. Some of his pieces will be shown in the show. I'm going to shoot video of the show. Probably put it on my channel. He's also going to blow a glass piece tomorrow at the Visual Arts Center, named after my parents. They endowed the college. There is a glass blowing hot shop on campus, and he's going to blow a piece, which I've got to get permission to film it, but if I can film it, I will. I can't live stream it because it would take 2 hours, and I don't think Old Faithful here has 2 hours worth of video battery in it. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Very busy week for my family, so very exciting though. Hopefully, everything will go well, and no pieces get broken. Out of the 13 years, this is the 14th year. Out of all those years, only one piece has ever been broken, transporting between where the collection is and the gallery. And it actually got all the way to the gallery, and they set it up, but they didn't allow for the glass piece to become acclimated. It happened to be a cold day, and they didn't allow for the glass piece to become acclimated to room temperature. And they turned the lighting on that piece, and it's a halogen light. And the heat of the halogen light actually upset the piece, and it literally exploded. Fortunately, the insurance at the college paid for it. And the artist recreated the piece as best he could for my father because it was a piece that he happened to love. But the damn thing exploded. There was glass all over. The gallery is like 800 square feet room, and there was glass in every square inch of the room. It was all over the place. It took hours to clean it up. It was incredible. But I'll try and shoot some video. The theme of the show is actually an idea from my older daughter. She came up with the idea. I think she was kidding when she said it. Circles and spheres. All the pieces in the show will be either circular or spherical, including a piece that is in my house. Was put in the show. So I'm contributing to the show for the first time. So I'm very excited about that. I know nobody cares about this but me, but that's okay. Let's see. Who showed up? Uncle Lou's here. He's talking trash about TCU. Lou, I already went over this in my walking and talking video yesterday, which of course you don't watch, because if you did watch those, you would be trolling me about them. So I know you don't watch them because you don't comment about them. So I already congratulated Georgia on winning the national championship. TCU is going to provide no resistance to Georgia. All I ask, Lou, and I ask this, I think I speak for everyone here in the Trash Talk community, and I say this from the bottom of my soul, out of utter respect and love for you, sir. Please, for the love of God, keep your shirt on this year. Please don't do that again. Please and thank you. Let's see. Sir Uga wants to know if a horned frog is a real thing. Yes, there really is such thing as a horned frog. I understand it's a vicious little creature, but I don't know much about it. Watch 6'2" is here. Good to see you, sir. TK is glad her school, which is LSU, if you didn't know, Horned Frog isn't their mascot. Jacob Watson is here. Good to see you, sir. I couldn't do a 3-minute breakdown of TCU if you held a gun to my head, Lou. All I know is the uniforms are purple and the helmets are really shiny sometimes. And they're from Texas. And it's sort of a religious school, I guess, hence the name Texas Christian. Know nothing about them, don't care. What are you talking about, Jay? Blink if I know what I'm talking about. I always know what I'm talking about, Jay. Shut up. What am I talking about? Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to go over it again. And yes, this is a Jeff Webster story. I am as verbose, or maybe even more verbose than Jeff Webster ever was. And I'm proud of it. Not only am I proud of it, I'm smug about it. Yes, I am talking about an art show, Lou. And no, I don't hate liberal arts. I hate liberals. No, I don't hate liberals. Battle Angel's here. Maybe she can control Lou. No, nobody can control Lou. Jay, my sister wouldn't leave Maine for Florida if you set her hair on fire, which I think would be kind of a funny thing to watch. If anyone's old enough to remember Rosanna Dana from the good years of Saturday Night Live, you'll know what my sister's hair looks like. And you know that hair on fire would be funny as hell. No, Lou, I'm pretty sure there's not such a thing as a Jewish version of TCU, at least in terms of football. I'm sure there are predominantly Jewish colleges out there. I just don't know of any. But you know, we've secretly run the whole world anyway, including all levels of upper education. Yeah, probably the closest that we come to an all-Jewish college is probably Harvard Med. Medical school at Harvard. Let's see. Vanny Dandy's here. TCU will win on a last-second field goal. No, probably not. Why isn't there a Texas Jewish University? Probably because nobody thought to open one. Why are you asking these questions? What is this a problem? Does America have horned frogs? I'm pretty sure they do, yes. I have not talked for hours about how irrelevant liberal arts are. My degree in college is a liberal arts degree, technically. My daughter's degree is it's an education degree, so it's not exactly liberal arts. I'm not sure about my younger daughter's degree. I'm not sure if a psychology degree is considered liberal arts or not. I'll have to find out. But no, I have not talked about how irrelevant liberal arts are. I have talked about how irrelevant liberalism is. There's a difference. Horned frogs are very verbose when they are backed in. I don't think you know what the meaning of the word verbose is. Do Jewish colleges generally cost more than Christian ones? Probably. Jay Shipes is Jay. Put the crack pipe down and step away from it. North America does not have horned frogs. Okay, well, fine. North America doesn't have horned frogs. I don't know. I thought horned frogs were something you found in Texas. I don't know. Yes, I have talked about idiots who get pointless liberal arts degrees, but I didn't say all liberal arts were irrelevant. There's a difference, sir. Now I'm going to ignore you. P Digits is here. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Got to copy that link at some point. Actually, you've got me curious about this. No, I can't use that screen. Let me use this screen. Hang on. Let's see. Texas horned lizards are listed as a species of greatest conservation need and a species of special concern by Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation. The species lives in south central United States, ranging from much of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and New Mexico into parts of. Okay, so, well. Okay, so these are not horned frogs, they're horned lizards. So I guess Texas horned frogs is kind of a misnomer. But then again, you have the Seattle Seahawks. There's no such thing as a Seahawk. It's a made-up bird. Seattle Kraken. It's a hockey team. There's no such thing as a Kraken. It's a made-up Greek Titan. I guess they're that's one of the Titans that kill people. So I don't know. Horned frog is made up too. I don't know. Pointless to me. Yeah, that keyboard though. I love my keyboard. Yes, I just read that, Lou. Horned frogs are in South America. Horned lizards are in Texas. Do you have a point, sir? No, I don't think lizards are frogs, especially when both my daughters have pet geckos, which are lizards, and I know the difference between a lizard and a frog. So, Yeah, if I had watched Lou's morning show, I would probably know about the history of the mascot, but I didn't watch the show because I was doing something else in the morning. I've already explained this to Lou, so Lou knows I'm not going to be on a lot of morning shows. Um, and therefore, I missed that lecture from Lou, the biologist, about horned frogs and horned toads and horned lizards and whatever. Prophet says he bought a light up keyboard. No, I draw the line at a light up keyboard. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna skip that. The Prophet says the morning show has run a little stale. Well, if that's true, Prophet, maybe I need to come on the morning show as a guest and liven things up a little, or at least piss off a lot of people in the comments section who think I'm boring or irrelevant or too conservative or too opinionated or whatever. And the funny part is I'm too opinionated, but Lou isn't too opinionated. That's funny to me, but whatever. No, I'm not mad at him about not watching my walking and talking videos. I'm not mad at him at all. I'm just saying that if he did, he would troll me on them. But since he's not trolling me on them, he must not be watching them. Lou, you have opinions. Sometimes you have facts, but mostly they're opinions. Old Saint Rick. Oh, Rick Sanchez has made an appearance. By the way, I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, but I'll mention it again. Last week's winner of that watch giveaway for the end of the year live stream was Ramajama Taylor, who I'm pretty sure is Crimson Brave. He did pick a watch. He picked the dive watch, the deep blue. I did send it to him. USPS somehow managed to get it to him. So I assume he has the watch. I haven't heard from him about whether he has it or not, or whether he likes it or not, but I did give it away and he did get it. So in case anyone was thinking that it was all a setup or something, which, I get that all the time. He got the watch. So hopefully he likes it. No, generally my opinions are based on fact, and your statement is false, Rick. So, yes, okay. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to regret this today, of all days, considering the way it's going in the chat. But there's a link. Remember, the one and only rule is I need to see you on camera before I let you in. Wonder if anyone's going to bother. Let's see. Prophet says people don't like the truth. That's what I give. Well, yeah, I actually agree with Prophet. People generally don't like the truth. They don't like hearing the truth. They say the truth shall set you free, but the truth will also make you miserable beforehand. Do you think you'll live long enough to see Florida have another winning season? No, Lou, because I'm going to be dead in a few weeks anyway. So, I meant to tell you, Lou, I'm not going to make it to the Slob Olympics because I plan on being dead by the end of February. Jesus. And what truth about Florida is that? That Florida hasn't had a Florida had a losing season for 2 years in a row? Okay. Florida's never had a perfect season? Okay. Florida hasn't won the SECs in what, since 2008? Okay. Florida hasn't won a national championship since 2008. Okay. Florida is a mess. Okay. Are we just talking about the Gators? Okay. What else you want to talk about? Florida has a lot of people who are, a bit on the bonkers side. Okay. You can't troll me on these things, Lou. You can't get to me. I mean, these are all things that are known. So why would I scream and shout about something that is obvious? It's not important enough. So do your best. Let's see. Do I like the truth? Well, whether I like the truth, these truths is irrelevant. The truth is truth. Truth is good. Truth hurts. Truth helps. I don't understand the question, sir. Fake news, Rick. No, two pieces of fake news. I don't own any jorts, and Kirby will not kill me. Kirby will probably outlive me because I'm older than Kirby, but Kirby will not kill me. Kirby doesn't have any influence over my life. No ambiguity here, sir. And Sir Uga, most opinions are irrelevant. Yeah, that's true. My opinions of things are irrelevant to Lou, and Lou's opinions of things are irrelevant to me. In most cases, I bet some things I have opinions on are relevant to Lou, and some things Lou has opinions on are relevant to me. That is life. What can we say? Saban? No. No, Lou, I don't accept the premise of that statement. No, I'll highlight this statement. I don't accept the premise. So that's not something worth answering because I don't accept your premise. See, that's the thing about things like that. Letting other people define the argument. I don't have to accept your definition of the argument. I don't have to accept the way you define the premise of your arguments. So I reject the premise. Let's see. We'll highlight that one so I can address it. I don't know if that's exactly true or not. I have to admit that I have not been able to watch as many live streams in 2022 that Lou or anybody else really. I mean, I used to love going on the live streams from Lou, DVD, Pete, Big Dog Brett, D4 when he was doing them. I don't know what happened to D4. He's disappeared. I would love to start doing it again in 2023 now that I have time. But yeah, I regret not being on a lot of the live streams that I used to participate on. One problem is, and I don't know why Lou did this to me, but on one of his channels, I'm still a mod. But on the live, I think on the other channel, the one he does his live stream on, I'm not a mod anymore. I thought that came with the Hall of Fame membership, but every time I jumped on there, one of these wise guys would time me out. So, and I guess I realized I timed out Jay Shipes, but that's an ongoing thing between him and me. but it's kind of hard to participate in a live stream when you keep getting timed out by people who don't like you. Just saying. Yeah, I know. I know what I said, Lou. A lot of people don't like it when they're confronted with the truth. I have no problem with being confronted with truth, but I'm not going to. I reject your premise that I have to either like the truth all the time, hate the truth all the time, or be ambiguous all the time. I reject the premise. The premise makes no sense. Oh, D4 quit YouTube and deleted his channel. Do you know why? I mean, what happened with D4? I didn't know that. Well, I'm already a mod on the main channel, Lou. I'm not a mod on the other channel. Oh, Hoagie's here. Good to see Hoagie. He resets it. Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, okay. Well, I was just curious what happened to Hoagie. I'm not Hoagie. D4. I don't know. D4 disappeared. Millis disappeared. I mean, I thought I was subscribed to Golden Blue Dude, but I haven't seen. I haven't seen. I haven't seen him. So okay. Well, I was just curious, Lou. Second channel has nothing to do with Patreon. Okay, that's fine. Excuse me. Millis got run off YouTube. I don't believe that. Everybody loved Millis. I thought Millis was great. I don't know why somebody would run him off or he got run off. If that's true, that doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, all right. Okay. Oh, good. Good hockey game tonight. That'll be nice to see. Millis decided he didn't want to have anything to do with YouTube. Well, that's fair. Tiger Cat says Millis not a nice person. Okay. That's a shame. I thought he was a nice person. But then again, yeah, that's one man's opinion. So, what is this nonsense? Hang on. The truth called and said it is simply the truth, and that's all it is. The truth also said there is nothing amb. Okay. Millis found love, says P Digits. Okay. Millis took the trolling from Crimson Brave and others to heart, I think. That's a shame. I don't know why anyone takes that trolling bullshit so seriously. I mean, it's, I don't know. I think we should all be above that by now. Tiger Cat said he told us all to fuck off. It's that simple. Well, he didn't? Okay. Millis left the college football community, is now running with egg eating community. What? Oh boy. I hope that's not. I just got a flash of that egg eating scene in Cool Hand Luke. If you ever saw that movie, you know what I was talking about. So that's a little strange. Hang on a second. I want to check something here real quick. Oh, jeez. We're going for number 6. All right. What a clown show. What a fucking clown show going on up in DC right now. Unbelievable. One diaper man per woman. I don't even know what that means, Rick. I have no idea what that means. Hockey is the Canadian pastime. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you live in a country where it snows 9 months out of the year, I guess that would be natural. But don't forget, though, don't forget, Lou, Boston is an American city and one of the original 6 hockey teams. As a matter of fact, let me look this up because I don't think they're the only one. The original 6 NHL teams: Boston, Chicago, Detroit, Montreal, New York Rangers, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So hockey may be the original Canadian pastime, which I'm not going to argue it is. But it's ironic that 1, 2, 3, 4 of the original 6 National Hockey League teams are American: Boston, Chicago, Detroit, and the Rangers, New York Rangers. And only 2 of the teams, the original 6, are Canadian teams. So I mean, I don't argue the fact that hockey is the Canadian pastime. It's just I find that ironic that the 4 of the 6, or 2/3 of the original 6 hockey teams, are American. Raj, Jesse J is here. Good to see you, sir. Roller hockey better than ice hockey? No. PJ just said Millis is training, working his way to be Nathan's famous eating contest. Eggs are a stepping stone. What? Oh, God. That can't be true. Tiger Cat makes a good point. As long as Millis is happy, she doesn't care. That's fair. Yes, I timed out Sir Uga. Yes, I did. When you make a statement that stupid, you go bye-bye for a couple of minutes. That's just sad. And where is Pizza Woman? Pizza Woman is supposed to be keeping an eye out for that nonsense. Jesse, you beautiful motherfucker, get in here. Help me out here. MTG versus Pedo Getz is... Oh, okay. Well, except that Getz isn't a pedo, but never mind. Pizza Woman has a trigger finger. Yeah, yes, she does. But she's also very good at what she does. PW is on sabbatical. Okay. Prophet says, can't wait to see how drunk O'Clock has to say. Oh. I must have missed this. All tried helping him, sending him a bunch of streaming equipment, and poof, told us to fuck off. I must have missed all that. I really boy, Millis must have pissed off a few people. I don't know. I don't remember saying that, Lou. That's kind of slanderous. Don't remember saying that. I don't know why anyone would be streaming the game on Monday when they know damn well that Lou's gonna stream the game Monday and take all the air out of the room. I believe Getz was cleared of all those alleged charges, Lou. So if you have evidence that he did what he's accused, what you think he did, I'm sure that the crooked folks up at the FBI would love to hear from you and see the evidence. If you have the evidence and you can hand it to somebody who can bring charges, then I'm sure that's fine. But if somebody doesn't bring charges, then it's all rumor and innuendo without evidence, and there is no evidence of wrongdoing. So I don't understand the statement. There's no evidence to back up what you're saying. But if you have the evidence, you should present it to law enforcement, is what I'm saying. If I had evidence that Getz was trafficking in underage girls, I would present that evidence to the law enforcement authorities immediately. So that's fine. No, I don't. I can proudly claim I've never watched Alex Jones ever. So nice try, Rick. Yeah, Lou, your team is about to win its second straight title. There's nobody to stop them. When that field goal went wide, that was pretty much all she wrote, because the only other team that could have challenged you was Michigan, and they got knocked out by TCU. So TCU's not, what was the line? 13 last time I looked. Georgia by 13. I don't think it's going to be. I think the game's over at halftime. Well, there's more evidence that the elections, there are election shenanigans than there is about Getz. So, yeah, you can laugh all you want, but there's a hell of a lot more evidence about shenanigans in multiple elections than there is about one congressman trafficking in sex trafficking. So that's just silly. No, Hoagie, nobody. They're about to do theirs. In fact, I have it running on another window. They're doing vote number 6 right now, and if Donalds, who's the other nominee from the Republicans, gets to 6 votes, and he's at 4 now, then this roll call vote is nullified also. So, what I love about this, and it's on my other screen over here, what I love about this is, as long as they're doing this nonsense with the speaker thing, they can't officially go into session. So it effectively locks up the government. They can't do anything. They can't steal our money. They can't destroy our rights. They can't take away our free speech. They can't pass idiotic laws or anything like that. So as long as the government's in gridlock, I'm happy about that. Gridlock government is good government from the perspective of they can't take away our rights or steal away our money. So I'm happy with that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to ignore you. That's fine. Wasn't the holder's fault? Well, it must have been somebody's fault. I guess it was the kicker's fault. He shanked it left. Let's see. Prophet says Clemson's going to be back in the playoffs next year. The Truth said hockey isn't Canada's original sport. Well, if hockey isn't Canada's original sport, it must be curling then. I don't know what it is, but if you know, Sir Uga, I'd love to know. Let's see. Representative Donalds is at 6 votes. If it goes to 7, this vote is over. So I think with this, the record, by the way, the record for number of votes before they finally established a speaker is 128. And that was set right around the time of the Civil War. I'm not sure exactly what year it was. I can look it up. So we're only on number 6. So don't worry, folks. We're far, far away from that record, but I have a feeling, we might get there, and that would be funny to me. And they just got the 7th vote for Donalds, which means that this vote is now irrelevant, and looks like we'll go to a 7th vote at some point, and that's fine. I don't give a shit. As someone who thinks the entire Washington swamp is corrupt and worthless, I just look at this as great sport. It's funny for me, so I'm fine. Okay, Sir Ugo says the government is never in gridlock. The Truth says it's all smoke and mirrors. Well, it's all corruption, but yeah, okay. I question the truth often, Sir Ugo. I always question the truth. Matter of fact, I want to look this quote up. Here it is. Okay. It's a favorite quote of mine. I wanted to look it up, so I got the verbiage absolutely correct. It's from Thomas Jefferson. Question with boldness even the existence of God, because if there be one, he must more approve of homage of reason rather than blindfolded fear. Now, that may mean different things to different people. What it means to me is I always question. I question the truth. I question everything I see, everything I hear all the time. So, yes, I question the truth. Just like I question they. They who said they were going to be here, are going to be at the Slav Olympics and didn't show up. They who said that my live streams would never last and never succeed, even though I've only gotten 7 thumbs ups and I think I deserve more than that. So if you all could click the thumbs up button, that would be very nice. Thank you. I always question. So let's see. Clint Eastwood is here. He lives. Yes. I forgot about he. He and they. Yes. Prophet's going to go check the mail. Okay. Yes, CJ, they are still voting. This is vote number 6. And let's see. Hang on a minute. Yeah, there'll be a 7th vote needed. And I guarantee you Congress will adjourn after the 6th vote. Because, they only started work at noon. It's now almost 4. So that's a long day for Congress, 4 hours. So I bet you they'll adjourn after this and give up, try again tomorrow and fail tomorrow. And you know what? I hope they keep failing for a year. I don't care. As long as they're not as long as they can't seat a Congress, they can't pass legislation that destroys our lives. And that's fine with me. I mean, even if Congress never does anything for 6 months, the checks keep printing, the military keeps militarying, everything keeps going. So let them sit in the chamber and vote and vote and vote and vote and never see the speaker. That's fine with me. I don't give a shit. Hey Vic, how you doing, man? Yeah, we're talking about all kinds of things, Vic. But that was the Speaker of the House vote. Was one of the topics. Well, yeah, TK, politics does course through my veins. I mean, I got my degree in politics, all 3 of them. So, whatever. Captain Trips is here. Good to see you, sir. No, Olga, because unfortunately they passed that trash omnibus thing during the lame duck session, which means that the IRS is funded through September. Unfortunately, I would love to see the IRS's doors closed, but unfortunately, the IRS's doors will never close. By the way, any of you lefties in the audience, love you to death. It's now tax season. And I know how much you lefties love paying taxes. Which one of you is going to step up and pay my taxes for the year? I mean, since you love paying taxes so much, maybe you'll pay my tax bill too. Just saying. It would be a kind gesture on your part, of course. I'll remember you fondly on my next, this coming year's Hanukkah list. No, Vic. I wish, looking back on it, I wish I had pursued a degree in computer science, because I'm pretty good at computers, and I wish I could have been better with formal training. But no, none of my degrees are in computer science. I know, TK. I know you weren't insulting me. Well, okay, Lou, you can think of it that way, but I can also think of it as every time Atlanta has a snowstorm and can't shovel out from under it, or anytime the eastern coast of Georgia gets hit with a storm and federal taxes go to pay for that recovery. Or whenever there's well, I don't want to say that. I'll just leave it at that. So that statement has no meaning. It has no meaning. Okay, you can keep trying, though. I mean, you can keep trying, but you so far you're 0 for whatever. You're 0 for. Let's see. No state taxes here, Vic. That is true. Yes, Georgians pay state taxes. Florida doesn't, and that's why Florida is better than Georgia. Having lived in both states, I can from empirical evidence, I can make that determination. Uh-oh. Now I've done it. You got to turn the camera on first. See, now I've done it. Now I've done pissed them off. Was that Monkey?
How am I over when you can't answer simple questions?
Because
you said people hate the truth. I said, do you hate the truth?
I said the truth will set you free, but it will make you miserable first.
No, you said people hate to hear the truth.
Well, a lot of people do hate to hear the truth. I don't.
So I asked you if you hated to hear the truth.
No, but I don't fear the truth. I don't hate the truth. I don't love the truth. I'm not ambiguous about the truth. The truth is the truth.
And what was the last right that Congress took away from you?
Well, let's see.
Because remember, you
They've
said I'm
certainly
glad
taken
they
it.
can't get us.
They've certainly curtailed freedom of speech very nicely through the FBI's efforts through social media. They've curtailed freedom of speech to a lot of people,
Do you think
including
the
me.
FBI is Congress?
FBI was created by Congress.
That's not what I asked you. I said, do you think the FBI is Congress?
No, the FBI is an executive branch government agency which is funded by Congress and
Right.
created by Congress. They serve at the pleasure of Congress. You do know that Congress at any time could dissolve the FBI.
Yeah.
Could, yes, but I'm asking you, what was the last right that Congress took away from you?
And I just told you.
No, you didn't. You said something about the FBI and Twitter. You're not even on Twitter.
No, I'm not on Twitter. I did have a Twitter account for a little while, but I deleted it even before Trump was elected. I got off of Twitter because it's just a pure sewer.
Right, but you said,
in my opinion.
But you said you're glad they can't get a speaker at a house because that means they can't seat a Congress, and if they can't seat a Congress, then Congress can't take any more of your rights away. So I just want to know, what was the last right that Congress took away from you?
Well, you'll have to follow me on this one, which I hope you will, and maybe accept some of it. But
you just can't answer the question, is what you're saying.
No, I'm going to answer the question right now. But the answer is a little convoluted. Okay, you have to agree on a couple of premises. The FBI is a creation of Congress, run by the executive branch, but funded by the legislative branch. True or not true?
Okay. Yes, true.
Okay, true. Okay, so Congress, for any federal agency, has oversight power. True or not true?
Yes.
Okay. So if Congress, by shirking its oversight responsibility to, among other agencies, the FBI, but there are other agencies where there should be better and greater oversight, but there hasn't been. By not having functional oversight of the FBI, while they have evidence that the FBI has repressed information and aided companies in repressing speech by individual Americans for their own benefit or for the benefit of one side or another, is de facto restricting freedom of speech.
By you?
By anybody.
But you're not on Twitter. So Congress hasn't taken any rights away from you, is what you're saying.
But I am on Facebook. I am on YouTube, and well, maybe not YouTube for me personally, but Facebook.
And you think you have a right to post on Twitter?
I think I have a right to. I don't.
We don't have a right to, though.
How you figure?
Because there's no constitutional right to post on Twitter.
It's true. There is no constitutional right to post on Twitter.
Whoever runs Twitter can ban anybody they want to for any reason.
There's also no constitutional power for the FBI to collude with a private company to restrict the freedoms, constitutional freedoms of Americans.
So Congress hasn't taken any of your rights away, is what you're saying.
They have.
No, they haven't.
By not enforcing oversight, they are de facto restricting let me back up. Hi, Rick. How you doing?
So any government agency that does anything wrong, that's Congress's fault.
Good morning.
That's what you're saying, because they created the agency.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you yourself just agreed with me 2 minutes ago that Congress has oversight power over most, if not all, federal agencies, whether we're talking about the FBI, the CIA, Department of Education, CDC,
Yes, they have
NIH.
oversight. Yeah, you're
Yes, they
mumbling
have
and repeating
oversight.
yourself. Yes, they have
So,
oversight over
okay.
all of that. But what
So
right?
when
You said
Congress fails
what
to
right
do
has
their
Congress taken
oversight
away from you?
function,
What
when
right has
Congress
Congress taken away
fails to
from you?
do oversight and allows an agency to run rogue and do whatever the fuck they want, that's a failure of Congress
But what have they done
and
to
the agency.
you? Well, what have they done
Huh?
to you?
Yeah, I want to know what right
How does
Congress
that
has taken
affect
away from you.
you?
Well, by not conducting proper oversight of these agencies, they've allowed these agencies to collude with companies to restrict speech on social media platforms. That's the hill I'm going to die on.
Well, it sounds like
There's no
Facebook is taking away
constitutional
your
right for
rights.
anybody to post on Twitter.
I'm not talking about Twitter.
So
For me
if
personally.
Trump's government tells Twitter to take things down, and they take things down,
Which they didn't.
yes, they did. This all
No,
happened
the
in
Biden
2020.
campaign and the Biden administration
No,
told them to take things
an
down.
administration. No, this happened in 2020, Saleen.
Yeah, there was the Biden campaign.
Biden was not even an elected official in 2020. Trump was.
Well, that's even worse.
Trump was president in 2020 when all of this stuff happened that you're talking about. Trump
And
was
also,
president.
who was controlling the Congress in 2020?
But why did you bring up Biden is what I'm asking you. This
I'm
all
saying-
happened before Biden ever took
No,
office.
have you not read these releases from Musk's Twitter?
Yes,
the Twitter
it
files?
all happened in 2020.
No, things have been happening in 2021 and
No.
2022.
You can go read it right now. The most recent one that was released yesterday, it's all 2020. Every bit of it.
Okay, you're still missing my point, Lou.
The Republicans had control of both houses in 2020.
No, Republicans did not have control of both houses in 2020.
They had control of one of
Republicans
them.
lost control of the House and the Senate no, I'm sorry, they lost control of the House in 2018.
So Congress hasn't taken any rights away from you. That we can agree on.
Control of the Senate in 2018.
I agree.
Oh, okay.
So Congress never took any rights away from you. But you said they did, but you can't name it.
Congress, by lack of enforcement and lack of oversight, participated in the reduction and taking away of rights for the American people.
So while Trump was president, Twitter took something down, and that's Congress taking a right away from you. That's the dots you're connecting.
Yes.
Okay, that's ignorant.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, that's a fact. That's not Congress taking a right away from you. Congress not letting Twitter.
Congress was
Twitter
controlled
deleting
by the Democrats in 2020.
Twitter deleting a New York Post article about Hunter Biden's laptop is not Congress taking a right away from you. That's absolutely insane.
Well, okay, they didn't take a right away from me. They engaged in restriction of the freedom of press.
What?
Twitter's not the press.
They act like they're the press.
Did the government call the New York Post and tell them they couldn't publish that article?
No, they used the back door to do it.
So the government didn't order the New York Post not to print that article, right? That article ran in the New York Post, right? The article ran in the New York Post, right?
And then Twitter and Facebook and YouTube wouldn't allow the dissemination of that article through their systems, and thereby restricted.
And there's no constitutional right for any, and you agreed already. There's no constitutional right for anybody to post anything on Twitter or Facebook. So,
no, but when you have a federal agency colluding with a private company to circumvent the First Amendment, that's a problem.
And that's the FBI, not Congress.
The FBI was created by Congress, and Congress has oversight of the FBI. We already agreed on that.
Yeah. So Congress didn't take any rights away from you. Okay, I got it.
Well, I'm glad you agree with me. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so Democrats controlled the House and the Republicans controlled the Senate
In
Uh,
2020,
in
the
2020.
Senate was still controlled by
this game.
the Republicans. The House was controlled by the Democrats. The Democrats have had control up until yesterday, from 2018 until yesterday. And the Senate's been controlled by the Democrats since 2020.
Yeah,
Even though there's a
since
50-50 tie from
2021.
2020. Well, okay, yes. From election day, 2021. So the Senate was 50-50, but with Kamala Harris being the tiebreaker for 2 years past. And now they have full control of the Senate, thanks to the Georgia boy, Warnock. God, we should have run a better candidate in Georgia.
What a better candidate than Herschel Walker, you mean?
Oh, come on. There had to be somebody better in Georgia than Herschel.
Well, that's on Trump because he endorsed Herschel. So
I never said, okay, first of all, never said Trump was, perfect. Never said he was infallible. Not even my candidate of choice back in 2016. I preferred Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Voted for Trump in the general election because obviously anybody but Hitlery. And voted for him in 2020 because, of course, anybody but Puddinhead, who
How many of Trump's garbage pail kids cards did you buy?
None.
0.
Believe me, Lou, I don't need any more I don't need anything more to collect. I've got, oh Christ, in addition to watches, DVDs, die casts, and football helmets. I got too much shit I'm collecting right now. I got to start selling some stuff.
yeah, you don't need any Trump cards.
I don't need it.
Right?
Somebody actually asked me the other day, because he just one of my watch buddies, he just started collecting old time straight razors. You know what they are?
No.
Yes, like razors.
They fold out like knives.
Yeah.
They're about so big.
Yeah,
That's how they shave
like
you in the
knife,
barbershop. They'll shave you with
that's
a
how
barbershop that way.
That's how
It's
they
a hot
used to shave
towel.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Saleen.
He started collecting those damn things. He asked me if I wanted to start collecting too, and I said, "Oh God, hell no."
No.
Tell people about these people that collect pens, writing pens.
I don't understand that. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
For a pen.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I would never pay thousands of dollars for a pen.
That one of my buddies actually collects pens in addition to watches. He's got a one of those old time fountain pens where you have to dunk it in the ink bottle. It's the tip is 22 karat gold, and the shaft of the pen is ivory. He picked it up. His grandfather was stationed in India in World War II. And back then you could buy and sell and trade ivory. That's illegal now, obviously. But that pen is worth a ton if he could find somebody to sell it. He can't because it's ivory. Nobody wants to touch that shit. I'm telling you.
I'm so confused.
But pens. You can, Mont Blanc is one of the big pen makers. The high end shit. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a pen.
I mean, a nice pen to me is like if I go to CVS and buy a 2-pack for $9 of one of those nice like gel pens.
I have this pen
here. Those are nice pens to me, like 2 for $9.
I have this pen here. A friend, he lives up in Georgia, actually. He lives South Georgia. He's one of my Saleen Club of America brothers. He has a shop in the back of his house. big garage with a lift. He also does a lot of woodworking and metalwork. He made this pen. I don't know what the blue part is made of, but the back and the front is a bullet. I think it's a. Oh, wait a minute. Stamp back here. PSI Magnum CP 7500. I don't know what that means exactly, but it's a bullet, and the way you deploy the pen is this thing like a bolt action rifle. He makes these. I thought it was a pretty cool pen, so I bought it. That's a pen I use every day. So, but hell no, I don't want to collect pens.
Do you have a favorite Celine Dion song?
No, I don't even like Celine Dion.
Right. I guess my favorite song, I guess, would be the Titanic song. But
And I know there's a guy in one of the chats. I forgot which side they're on. SaleenDriver, CELINE, SaleenDriver. That's just so fucking cute. I can't explain.
A troll account?
Yeah, it's a troll account.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, troll account.
Yeah. He timed me out.
Who did?
I think it was him. Like I popped in to the chat that I'm not a mod on. I forgot which one. It's either I think it was it might have been a morning show, so I guess I'm not a mod on that channel. And I said one comment and I immediately got killed.
Oh,
well, it wouldn't have been by Celine Dion troll account. That wouldn't be a mod on there.
No, I guess it wasn't, but I don't know who did it, but somebody knocked me out. So I just said, "Ah, to hell with it." That's why I asked about why I'm a mod on one channel and not the other. So
they took your rights away, is what they did.
Right. Well, I don't know if you're
so a mod on my channel, a moderator on my channel has done more to take your rights away than Congress has.
There you go.
Well, if you tax the crap out, out of me, you're taking away my right to spend the money I earn the way I want to spend it. But
yeah, we know, Celine. Yeah, I don't know if you're a mod on my channel or not because you never come on my channel. So.
Oh, damn.
Well, okay, and I'm sorry about that. I really am, Vic. But the problem is when you do live streams, I am literally always at my mom's house having dinner.
Oh, okay.
Well, plus,
my mom, you got to understand, my mom is not doing alone very well. I mean, she was married to a man for almost 59 years.
Oh,
and now he's gone, and she's not doing alone very well. So I'm over there every night having dinner.
Just to be fair, though, Vic, and maybe we can settle this now, but I mean, you did say that you didn't care about Celine.
Well,
remember?
I do care about Celine.
But you said you didn't, remember? So that's probably why he stopped going to your stream.
Well, I didn't really say that I didn't care specifically. You just asked me if after the hurricane, if you should call him on the morning show, and then you said, or would that be silly? And I said no, that would be silly.
Yeah, you said you didn't want me to call and check on him, which infers that you didn't care if he was okay or even alive, really.
I probably couldn't have gotten a call anyway. All the cell towers were damaged.
Yeah.
Well, I did end up texting you that day, even though Vic told me he didn't care how you were doing. I still texted you that morning on the show to tell people you were okay.
Yeah,
but Vic did want to.
I got that text. I did.
But Vic said no, we shouldn't waste our time checking to see if you were okay.
Hey, good to see you, Lizard. Good. Lizard Circus is here. Good to see you.
What's up, Lizard?
Don't forget to click the thumbs up button for me, please, and thank you.
Vic,
it's funny. I got that text, but I couldn't receive or make a call for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah,
but I kept getting texts.
Vic, do you want to take this time to try to smooth things over?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So, Celine, so
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I said that it would be silly to call you and make sure you were okay.
Oh, well, that's all right. I understand.
Do you accept that apology, Celine?
I absolutely accept Vic's
Did
apology.
did it seem sincere?
It seemed very sincere.
Okay.
It's a hell of a lot more sincere than my sister trying to apologize to me all
Yeah.
those years ago.
Yes, and I also understand why you can't come on my shows at the time that I do them. So
I would like to come on, because I understand you do a pretty good show. So
Now that he's
and I would
apologized,
like
do you
to
think you'll
support
be able
your
to make
channel.
time to go on there? Or
Hmm?
now that he's apologized, do you think you'll have some time to go on there?
I will try to. If I can get
Okay, good.
home for Vic, what you do your show's about 6, right?
yeah, that's right.
How long do they usually run?
Usually about 2 hours. Usually go until about 8 or 8:30. Yeah.
Okay, well, I know I can get home 7:15. So next time you do a live, when's the next time you do a live? Friday?
Yeah, I do it every Friday usually.
Oh,
Yeah.
this Friday's fucked. No.
Every Friday, usually.
I thought
Well,
it was
He does it all the
I
time,
know
90% of the time.
Yes,
I know
90.
this
Yes.
Friday is screwed because I'm going to be at Ringling College until at least 8. But when I know you're streaming, when I get home from dinner, I'll get on there and show the support.
No show.
okay.
Okay, I appreciate that.
I got to start. I actually have guilt. I do. I have guilt. I haven't been on a loose stream in forever. I haven't been on a BVD show. Your show, Vic. Big Dog Brett, although his live streams are infrequent, unless it's game day. And I have guilt. I mean, I don't support. I try to support my friends online, and I don't. And I have spilkus guilt.
You
So,
spilt
I get it
something,
now.
you said?
huh?
You said you spilt something?
No, spilkus. It's Yiddish for guilt.
Well, don't cry over spilkish milk.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that was good. Oh. By the way, I also want to say, Battle Angel sent me a picture of that watch you picked out for. Good pick, sir.
It's just like the white one, the first one I ever got. That white one with a black face,
with a
but
pink face.
hers is pink. Yeah, looks good.
Is it the same size? That thing couldn't be that big, could it?
It's a little smaller.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Saying poor girl trying to fit a 48 millimeter watch.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
She had toddler arms.
Yeah, I thought that Celine wanted the biggest watch that they got.
Yeah, he don't even care if that shit hurts his wrist.
It hurts his wrist. Yeah.
Well, actually, I sold one of my big watches recently. I never wore the damn thing. Somebody saw a video I did of it and reached out to me and said, "Do you still have that watch?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Do you want to sell it?" I said, "Yeah. Let me. Is this price fair to you?" And I sent him the price, and he said, "Yeah, absolutely." So
That's good.
PayPal to me, watch to him. Everybody's happy. Yeah, Lizard, I knew you guys were in Pensacola now. Welcome to the free state of Florida. I hope you enjoy yourselves better here.
No,
I've been stood up today.
Huh?
You got stood up, Ballard?
Yeah, I was. But y'all remember who Ugga Boy is?
Oh,
Ugly Boy?
oh,
Haven't
okay.
seen him
Oh
around in
yeah,
forever.
yeah. I remember Ugga Boy. Yeah.
So he wanted to come on a live stream with me to talk the Georgia TCU game, and I had to keep rescheduling it, and he fell asleep, and
Yeah, don't
all
waste
that
your time.
BS.
Don't waste
Yeah.
your time.
Hang
Lou,
on a
I'm
minute.
thought-
pleading guilty of it on your
I want
morning
to answer
show.
this question.
He thought
I get it now.
UGA. He thought UGA stood for University of Georgia Athletics.
Was that
It
him?
means University
Yeah.
of Georgia. Yeah.
Sir Ugga, if I get a 1099 from PayPal, then I will pay the taxes that I owe on the sale. However, PayPal friends and family transactions are not covered by the new tax law.
Yeah, I've never gotten a 1099 from PayPal.
I might get a 1099 from PayPal this year for one. I know there's one transaction I made. The guy just wouldn't do friends and family. He insisted on doing goods and services because he wanted the buyer protection for some reason. So we did that, and I'll probably get a 1099 from them. I'll probably get a 1099 from a couple of watch places that I did business with over the year, unfortunately. Cost of doing business.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay the taxes and be off the IRS radar. I don't want to aggravate them.
That's what I liked about working with Bet Now. They weren't an American company, and they paid me PayPal friends and family.
Oh, look at this. Neo is about to start his 12 weeks of paid training boot camp to become a corrections officer.
That's cool.
Congratulations.
Here we go.
I
Yes,
hope you do well, Neo. I hope you do real well.
Yes, and Neo is going to be a prison guard. Right?
I mean this in the nicest
correctional
possible
officer.
way. I hope he's in like the lowest of low security type places.
Yeah, that would be. I hope he is not in a max or a hyper max.
Yeah, I hope he's in
very dangerous.
a safe.
Can you
situation.
imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine Neo yelling at some prisoner to get back in his cell?
Yeah, I know. We try. Yeah, I know.
I've
I'm trying
only
to
met
imagine
Neo
that
once
too,
at the first Slob Olympics. He seemed
Well-
like kind of a soft-spoken guy.
Well, I remember Lizard yelling about the something about being Devil Boy.
Yeah, Devil Boy. Yeah.
In town show.
Yeah, so that we're going to kick your ass at the Honda Center. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best. I heard him scream. Ow.
One of my relatives, well, not relatives, one of my former in-laws, one of my mother-in-law's sisters, who lived in she's passed away from cancer, unfortunately. She lived in Zofo Springs, Florida. She was a prison guard. I forgot which prison. I could probably figure it out just by where she lived and if there's a prison in the area. But she was well paid and enjoyed the work. I mean, except for when the prisoners threw crap at her, literally threw crap at her.
Literally threw crap.
They threw a lot, because she was a female guard in a male prison. There were a lot of bodily fluids thrown at her over the years she worked there. Some of them were, most bodily fluids that come out of the human male are not particularly pleasant, but
right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
that
was
doesn't
one
just happen to the
particular.
female guards. That happens to everybody that works there.
Yeah,
I
they
know.
throw it at all the guards. Yeah.
But she
Believe
took
me,
it.
I know. I've had some of those cocktails thrown at me before.
She took it a little personally at first because she was at the time she was only one of two females on her shift, and I think the shift was like a couple of dozen guards. and she was only one of 2 females, and they really seemed to. I said to her, I said, Pat, it was probably because you were a rookie more than anything else.
Now, actually, I know it sounds weird, but Neo's mentality is kind of what you need in there, believe it or not. No, those big tough guys that come in there and think they run something, they find out real quick that those guys live there. You just work there.
Yep. You're in their house.
Because I don't know particularly about the state of Florida, but I can tell you in the state of Tennessee, you have 2 pods on each unit. You have 1 officer in each pod. You have 168 inmates for each pod. So you're outnumbered 168 to 1. You don't run shit. You just open the doors.
Yeah. And pray that that your shift isn't the shift that the riot starts.
Well, it's one of those, it's kind of a mutual understanding that they know they could take it at any time they want, but they also know that it will immediately get taken back.
But now the question I have, and Neo, I want you to address this if you want to. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. But I know Neo is somewhere around my age, which is upper 50s, maybe even near 60. What are you going to do? I mean, are you actually going to be walking the floor and doing that? We lost Lou. I guess he got bored. I mean, what are you going to do? Oop, phone about to die. Oh, no, Lou, don't. I'm glad you participated. You always provoke thought and other things. I just want to, I'm not saying that an older gentleman like ourselves, Neo, can't, do the job. I'm just wondering, I mean, I would suspect trying to keep prisoners in line is somewhat of a young man's game, but I don't know anything about the life. So Brad Pitt's here with the funky font that he has. Pardon me. So Slim, how you been, man?
I've been.
How was your New Year's?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear you.
Another day.
Yeah, that's about right. I'm always glad when the holiday season is over. We get back to fucking normal. Well, I figured it would be intense training. I wish you all the best. All the best luck. I really do. I hope you don't get hurt.
To piggyback on your last statement,
yeah,
there's really not that many that you have to worry about keeping in line. A lot of the old heads tend to keep things going the way that they should, because at least the way it worked up here, all they had to do in the control room was flip a switch and there goes everybody's TV. They tend to keep each other in line pretty well.
Traveling Fools. I do intend on being at the Saab Olympics.
I am too.
I have my reservation. I know it takes about 8 hours for me to drive up there.
Why can't you just fly?
I hate flying.
Oh, I
and
didn't know that.
It's an easy 8-hour drive. I mean, there's nothing to it.
I didn't know that. Sorry.
And it's cheaper.
That is true.
And food's better.
Yeah. So what car are you going to drive? Okay, so you can drive your Hyundai.
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to be Hyundai driver, right?
Don't start with me, Vic. don't start. That thing is. There's no reason for me to bring that car to South Carolina. I'm not going to the Dragon afterwards.
There's plenty of reason for you to.
There's no twisty roads for me to go visit. I'm not going to Georgia afterwards. I'm just going to drive up. I'm going to do the South Olympics. And I'm going to go home.
So how many nights you gonna stay there? Like 2?
2.
Huh?
2.
How many nights you gonna stay there? I asked.
I'm going to drive up on Friday, check in, go home Sunday. 2 nights.
I'm gonna be there like March 1st to the 7th. So
That's a long time.
yeah.
No, I'm just coming. I'll leave here about 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning on Friday. Friday is the 3rd or whatever, and then I should get there about the time it's checking.
I'm gonna leave at 2 in the morning Wednesday, and then I should be there by check-in Thursday,
Yeah.
or 2 in the morning Thursday. Excuse me, Wednesday night, however you want to look at it.
Really, you have to leave at 2 in the morning.
Well, I'm gonna have 3 kids, so I'm going to leave at 2 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I have to drive. I either have to drive through Nashville or I have to drive through Atlanta, one or the other.
Both of them
And
sucky.
I would rather do that at wee hours instead of peak traffic.
The only major city I have to drive through is Jacksonville.
Oh God.
Well, Jacksonville's not bad,
Well,
even
you
at
have
rush
to
hour.
we have to drive through Charleston too, but
I guess, yeah, but Charleston can't be that bad.
No, I don't think it's not because peace.
I don't know. The only time I've ever been to South Carolina was to go to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
And how far away are we from Myrtle Beach?
yeah, not that far.
It's an hour away.
Not far.
No.
Not far enough, to be honest with you. Myrtle Beach ain't that nice.
And there's my buddy Jason from Aruba.
Aruba.
Aruba. He's a watch guy. He does not know anything about the college, the football, but he is an excellent videographer.
Damn it.
I don't know. You guys think I would put I think Lou has really good editing skills on his videos and all those special effects. Jason has is the equal of video editing skills on the watch side of the world.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Right. What does upvote mean?
No, thumbs up.
Oh, okay.
Which I got 16. Maybe I could get to 20. That would be nice. I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, funny thing is, Raj never comes on the StreamYard anymore. There's another one. That's another guy I forgot to mention when I was mentioning people who used to go on their live streams a lot. And I didn't all through 2022. Raj was another one. I really felt bad about that.
Yeah, you seem all broke up.
I am. Well, I am. You know, I mean, I feel bad. I used to have fun on those live streams, especially if I was in a position where people wouldn't time me out just because they thought it was funny. Kind of hard to hold a conversation when you say one thing and then somebody bombs you off the channel just because you're a Gator fan or your opinion doesn't jive with theirs.
How dare they?
That's why I don't time a lot of people out on this channel. I'd rather read their opinions, unless it's Jay Shipes, and he starts in with cracks about Ford Pintos and Hyundais and everything.
Yeah, but then you get a little satisfaction out of timing people out, so you do get it.
Well, Jay and I have this thing. Like I said earlier, it's like DVD and Crimson Brave. Crimson Brave just sits there and it's I can't see his post because I'm blocked. But from what I understand from BVD, Crimson Brave just sits there and posts shit, basically begging to be timed out. So BVD times him out. It's kind of a running joke thing at this point. It's the same thing with Jay and me.
Well, no, it's just giving the people what they want. Man has to be timed out. Time him out. I mean, who are you to deny him?
No, Jay, you got that one wrong a little bit. The Mustang 2 was 1974 to 1978, and it was built on the Pinto chassis. Nobody denies that.
And it was a god awful, ugly abomination.
Yeah, okay, it was a bad car. Yes, it was. However, I would hasten to point out one small fact. Insignificant, maybe. But the 74 to 78, much maligned, much deserved to be maligned Mustang 2 kept the Mustang in production. No other muscle car from that era has been in continuous production from beginning to present day. Not even the vaunted Corvette.
You're right. It is an insignificant fact. Nobody cares.
Check my facts. 1983, there were no Corvettes. There were 50 pre-production prototypes to test the new body style for 1984. All 50 except for one were destroyed. The 183 Corvette that survives is in the Corvette Museum. The Mustang is the only muscle car in continuous production. And even though we Mustang people don't like the Pinto-based Mustang, we got to give them the props for keeping the nameplate alive.
Yeah, but yours isn't even a Mustang, though. I mean, it's a Mustang shell, but that's it.
No.
The rest of it's not.
No, my car is, no, you've got to understand how Saleen does things.
I know how they do things.
Well, maybe not. You see, Saleen, in order to, for the most of it, except for the specialty models, in order for them not to have their cars certified by the EPA, in order to get around recertification, they could not touch the motor or the emissions or the transmission. So almost all Saleens are Mustangs that were bought by Saleen as Mustangs right off the production line, sent to either Irvine or I forgot what city in Detroit. I think in Michigan. I think it was Dearborn somewhere. And modified. They did not touch the engine or the emissions control. That's how they get past insurance problems, EPA problems, all the government stuff, because the critical elements, the engine, the emissions control, the computer, and all that remained unmolested by Saleen. So technically, now when you plug my VIN number into Kelley Blue Book or whatever, it comes back as a Mustang. It doesn't come back as a Saleen Mustang. That's how Carroll Shelby did it back in the 60s with the GT 350 and the GT 500. Now Saleen made some specialty, the Extreme, the SA models, the SSCs, the S350.
But the motors on Shelby's are extremely modified. Those are not stock Ford motors.
Right. But they obviously didn't have the government regulations back then that they have now. If you look at any Saleen Mustang, with the exception of a few specialty models, they're Ford Mustangs. At least the motors are. Now they gutted the suspensions on those cars. We lost Nate. They gutted the suspension. They even modified the interiors, changed the rear end gears. In some cases, they did minor reflashes to the computer to compensate for gearing and a couple of minor bolt-ons, but they didn't have to change the emissions control. That's how they got underneath that regulation. but they're still Mustangs. Production started in 73. Yes, yes, I know that, Shay, because model years always traditionally changed over in September of the previous. So a Mustang built in September of 1973 is considered a 74. And the LSX is not greater than a Coyote motor. Stop it. You look silly when you say that. They're both fantastic motors. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. The Coyote is a fantastic motor, and you can rev the piss out of it. Whereas an LS motor is out of ass at about 6,000. Unless it's in a Corvette, then it's a little different. But you can rev the piss out of a Coyote. In fact, 7,000 on the rev counter is not uncommon.
That's it.
Well, they could rev it higher, but the accessory drive can't take it.
I say you get those Winkles up to 8, 9, 10, no problem.
Oh yeah, I know. And matter of fact, you remember the first and second generation Taurus SHOs with the V6? Yeah. I had one of those in 94, actually. It was a fantastic. I wish I had never sold that car. I wish I still had it. It was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. It had those high output V6s in them.
Yeah. Those motors, without the accessories on them, were 9,000 RPM motors because of what Yamaha did to them. They actually had to limit them to 7,500 RPM because they would spin the drive belts. I mean, just right off. So they actually computer limited them. The computer shut the fuel off at 7,500. Ask me how I know.
I'd still take a Grand National over that Taurus.
Oh, I would have loved to have a Grand National. Fantastic engine. Not the best platform to wrap around the engine, except for the GNX. But the Grand Nationals were great cars. I wish I had bought one. I really do. But the first generation SHO was a fantastic car. Second generation too. Just don't get one with an automatic. Terrible transmission. But the manuals were bulletproof.
They brought them back, and those things aren't too bad with that twin turbo EcoBoost in it.
Yeah, the fourth generation SHO, fantastic motor. Their main weakness is the PTO system that allows it to have 4-wheel drive. You've got to really, unless you modify the car. I mean, Livenois is the main tuner for that car. You have to buy their 4-wheel drive modifications to make those motors survive better, make the cars survive better. Fantastic twin turbo motor, the EcoBoost. The SHO to avoid like plague is the third generation, the 96 to 99. If you look up that car on the internet, there's a website called vhshow.com. They spun cams on those they were a friction fit cam. The cam gears were friction fit. They weren't bolted on, and they would spin their cam gears and slam the valves right into the pistons and absolutely grenade the motors.
All right. So since y'all are doing this car talk, and I don't really know anything about what y'all are talking about, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the stream yard and just hang out.
I'm going to shut down in about 20 minutes anyway. I got to go pick up dinner for me and my mom. No, not Lingenfelter, Livenois. But thanks for being here, Vic. Oh, he left. Shit. Yeah, unless you had the cam gears welded to the cams, which was like a top engine teardown, you were driving a ticking time bomb. Terrible, great motor, but whoever designed that cam gear interface was just stupid. Very stupid.
Well, that's like we've talked about before. I think there's some cars that just the way they're designed, they require a more responsible owner, and I think that's one. Like I said, if you anything with a Dorito in it, I think requires somebody responsible.
Another car that requires somebody responsible, and unfortunately, I see too many irresponsible ones. Hellcat, Red Eye, Demon. I see so many people driving those cars that have no right to be driving something with that much horsepower because they don't know what they're doing. They are absolutely going to get killed.
And that actually kind of surprises me because those things are boats. I mean, both of them.
They're boats with 800 horsepower or more.
Well, I get it, but the thing's like 1,000 pounds heavier than a Camaro.
Yeah, but you can still. I mean, you could take a Hellcat, even the Hellcat with only 700 odd horsepower. You can break that rear end loose in almost any gear. And the Red Eye and the Demon are well, hell, the Demon is basically a drag car with a VIN number on it.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
And the Red Eye, all it needs is a exhaust, a pulley change, an air intake, and a reflash, and it's better than a Demon. And a Demon with a couple of bolt-ons, and it's 1,000 horsepower car,
right?
With air conditioning.
Well, kind of has air conditioning.
Well,
they use the air conditioning in the cold air intake system.
Yeah, but you can just step it down to a Red Eye, and you're 95% way to the Demon, and the air conditioner works better. And as Jay points out, and it says you can't. It's really easy to steal a Mopar. They don't really have very good anti-theft devices.
Mine does.
Smith & Wesson?
Well, not only that, I actually did have a Viper alarm system installed on my truck.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the trucks. I was just talking about the Charger and the Challenger. Well, I think the trucks are a little harder to steal.
Well, you crank mine, I'm gonna hear it because I'm running a complete custom exhaust. So I'm running long tube headers and no Y pipe, true dual into a Flowmaster Super 10.
I love the way long tubes sound on my car.
So
fantastic sound, and no Flowmasters. Not on my Mustang. I went BBK long tubes, BBK X pipe, and a Saleen catback, which is basically a slightly modified Bassani.
Well, I'm not running any cats.
Well, my cats are basically hollowed out anyway. They do act as sort of a resonator. They do cut the sound down a bit. So
I'm also not running an X pipe either.
See, the Mustang benefits from an H pipe drones too much on the Mustangs. At least my era Mustang. 79 to 2004 is basically, they're all Fox bodies, at least underneath. I mean, my car is basically a Fox 4. The way the chassis is designed, and the way the path of the exhaust system underneath the car, they'll drone like a son of a bitch at about 2,000 RPM. You just jump the RPMs up a couple of hundred, either up or down, and the droning goes away. But That's why that car is not the greatest highway car in the world.
Well, no, like I said, I'm running true dual on mine, so I've got stainless works long tube headers and a dual in, dual out Super 10 muffler. So I've got one pipe from each header running into the muffler and a dual running out.
That'll work. Bet that sounds good.
Well,
that sounds real good.
It sounded even better once I replaced the cam.
Oh, you got a lump cam?
I'm running a Texas Speed Stage 4.
Aha! I bet that truck shakes a little bit.
Well, a little. I also got, the reason I got it from them is because they sell an MDS delete kit, which does away with that, where on the highway, it'll shut cylinders down. I did away with that because it's not good for the longevity of the motor.
No, that didn't work well in the 80s with Cadillac, and it doesn't work well now even with the better computer control. That's just, it's not good for a piston to be going up and down like that without, lubrication or proper lubrication. That just kills the motor.
Yeah, so I did away with that crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a nice little lump to it especially with a cold start. Oh, the thing sounds pretty.
I know a lot of people around here have done computer reflashes to delete the multi-displacement, whatever.
Well, see, on the Dodge, it's more than that. I've actually got to replace. It's a whole kit. It came with new valves, new springs. I can't remember what all came in it now. It was about 2 years ago when I did it.
Yeah, I bet it works great though.
While we had it all tore apart, I sent the throttle body and the heads to Texas Speed and had them port and polish them.
Yeah, I'm mostly done with. I don't want to modify the Saleen anymore. I've got it to a place where I like the way it works. When it's time to do brakes, I will probably upgrade the brakes to something better. I mean, I could take the supercharger off and either have that supercharger blueprinted or bolt on a Kenny Bell or something like that and have the car retuned. Why? I can't justify doing it. I am going to get a paint correction done on it, and I've got to do. It's time for oil. And I'm going to do transmission and rear end at the same time. I mean, why not? The car's up in the air anyway.
I've been thinking hard. I've been thinking very hard about a Pro Charger.
I always recommend a supercharger.
Well, I mean, a Pro Charger is basically a belt-driven turbo, so it's kind of the best of both worlds.
So you're talking about getting one of the snails, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, snail is good for high RPM, where your vehicle needs that because it's already got plenty of grunt down low.
Yeah.
My Saleen, on the other hand, has a four valve cylinder head, 4 cams. That thing will rev for days and days all the way up. But down low, the 4.6 doesn't have a lot of grunt. So that's why they went with a root style blower. Also, it's easier to maintain. Root style blower that fits in the valley between the cylinder heads. Great for low end torque. And then the engine can take over for the high RPM. You're in the opposite direction. The engine will do the low end, and then your a snail type blower or hair dryer or whatever nickname you want to call them. They take over for the upper RPM.
Yep.
Now, if you had a 4-valve motor in there, it'd be different.
Right. Well, I mean, there's a reason I was looking at the Pro Charger particularly, because I know that's what that motor needed if I was going to put one on there.
And the
But I mean,
kit's
I'm not trying to. I ain't trying to track the thing or anything. But I mean, I've got it jacked up 6 inches with 37s on it, and you lose a lot of power doing that. That's a lot of tire for that thing to turn.
Yeah, I used to have fun at the track every once in a while, go out with my buddies and run it down the strip or take it to a road course, and it beats the car up pretty good. And the last time I was at the drag strips, I got the life scared out of me, and I'm never going back. And there's no need to track a street car. It just doesn't work. What's up?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
What's up?
Oh, pretty good. I got about 5 minutes left, but
Oh, okay.
I just stopped by.
All right.
Yeah, I used to go up here to Memphis. They do a test and tune on Friday nights.
Yeah.
At up at there's a drag strip right up there at the Speedway, Memphis Motorsports Park.
We got Bradenton Motorsports Park nearby, and every Thursday they do test and tune. And on the weekends they'll do Sunday run day or Saturday night special or grudge match Friday or whatever.
It kind of went famous at least on the internet. The guy with the farm truck, he lives around here, so he's up there all the time.
Farm truck in Asian, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 87. It's a Chevy, I think. That thing's got like 12. It's got like 1,300 horsepower. I mean, that thing will scoot.
Yeah, it's a beat up old C10 with a motor in it that's worth more than most people's houses.
He built the ultimate sleeper.
He did.
Him and my buddy in South Haven, who I think has got a death wish. He dropped an LS3 in a Mazda Miata. That thing's fun.
Satan wants to drag race. No, I gave up on drag racing, sir. I'm not very good at it. Saleens are not really set up for drag racing because they're set up for road race.
And a Mazda Miata is set up for drag racing.
Suspension on a Saleen does not weight transfer very well. It basically just squats and goes. It doesn't lift the nose up very well. So it's not a good car for dragging. So I ain't going to do it. I just want to drive it around and put a smile on my face and piss off Prius owners.
Damn, why are you hating on the Prius?
Because it's easy.
So what do y'all think of my job choice?
I'm going to pray for you, sir. I hope it pays you very, very well, and I hope you're good at it, and I hope that nobody hurts you.
Well,
I put it like this: I quit doing it because it didn't pay very well.
Oh, really?
Oh,
now I didn't do it. I didn't do it in Florida though, so that's the thing. I'm sure it pays better in Florida than it does up here.
And you're in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I know my personality set doesn't seem to fit what I'm doing here, but I believe I can do it.
Actually, I said something to him earlier. I actually disagree. I think it does.
Well, it depends. I guess it might also depend on what kind of prison you get. Are you going to get a minimum security or a medium security or a white collar?
I don't know. It's a state prison. It's in Century, Florida, which is right at the Alabama line, just about.
I'm hope it's not a Supermax.
I don't think there are any Supermaxes in Florida
No, well, Stark.
because all the Supermaxes are federal. There aren't any state-run Supermaxes.
Well, what about Stark, Florida, where old Sparky resides?
It's not a Supermax. All state levels are maximum security. Like I said, all Supermaxes are federal. Like Pelican Bay is a Supermax. That one out in Colorado is a Supermax. You're talking the whole thing is 23-hour lockdown. That's a Supermax. I think there's one in Illinois.
That's what I was talking about in general anyway. I didn't know that Supermax was a federal only term, but what I know about prisons, right?
It's definitely a state prison. That's what I know about it.
Only thing I know about prisons, Slim and Neo, the only thing I know about prisons is I don't want to be in one ever.
No, they're not that bad.
So you say.
Well, I worked in one for a couple of years.
Well, yeah, okay, but
I do not want to be an inmate. That's for damn sure.
No, I wouldn't want to be an inmate either. Of course not.
Of course, at some point FEMA will set up camps for people like me anyway. So I guess it's a matter of time now. Just a matter of time.
Poor Saleen. You'll be all right. I'll break you out of there, buddy. I got you.
Just drive your truck through the front gate.
I got me a new boom boom for Christmas. I'll come break you out.
So, Slim, you were a correctional officer?
Yeah, for a couple of years.
Okay.
I'm wearing my Hanukkah gift to myself.
And you didn't wear mine today. You should have wore it. That way everybody could see it.
Oh, shit. Oh, I should show it off. Hang on a second. Hang on. I'll be right back. I got to show you this. I forgot all about it. I'm sorry.
God.
Be right back. Yeah.
What are we going to do with him?
I don't know. What are you going to do with me?
I see your comment, Jay. I may go just to visit Neo. I see that.
Yeah, I'll come hang out with you for a couple of years.
Let's see if I can show this properly on the screen. Now, Slim sent me a Hanukkah gift, which was I sent him a Christmas gift too. So you did get that, didn't you?
Yes.
You didn't delete it like a couple of people did?
No. They actually sent me two.
Two? They were only supposed to send you one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I don't think he sent. I don't think he sent me this when he saw before he saw my gift. So let me rearrange this. So yeah, okay. So bearing in mind that I am not a fan of this team, but this was very cute. Hang on. Can you see it?
There we go.
Yeah. Where'd that come from, Saleen? I wasn't listening.
That came from Slim.
Oh, okay.
It's a menorah over the U, which is very funny. Going to be kind of hard for me to wear this shirt, really, but but I did promise Slim that I would wear the shirt when Miami plays Florida State. So
you hate Florida State worse than you do Miami, then?
Yes. I'm not a Miami fan by any stretch of the imagination, and Slim knows this, but I loathe, hate, and disgusted by the very presence of on this earth Florida State. I have said it before. I will say it again. If I knew that Florida was only going to win one game in a given year, and I had the power to choose which game they would win, it would be against Florida State.
I see.
I got me a Christmas present.
Oh, there you go. Now get that thing off of there before I get shut down.
You'll get shut down. There are all kinds of channels on YouTube.
I know. Anyway, actually, it's 5 o'clock. I got to go anyway. So I got to go get dinner for me and my mom. So it's time to leave. It's time to wrap up episode 118.
You have a good day, Saleen and Slim.
Slim,
All right, you too, buddy.
Thank you for the shirt, man. I do appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I will wear it, and I will make sure people see me wear it, but only once a year.
Hey, it's something.
All right. See you later, man.
All right, I'll see you later.
So thank you to all the folks that stopped by in the StreamYard. You know, Lou was here, and Vic, and Slim, and Neo, and Nate, or Newt, or whatever he calls himself now, and Ballard was here for a minute, and all the folks in the chat. You know, Jay was here, Satan, my buddy Collector. Well, I know it's John. So how you doing, John? And Jason, the Design Atelier, Traveling Fools, Lizard Circus. Mike Hogue was here. CJ was here. Battle Angel was here. TK was here for a little while. She told me she was stopping by to keep an eye on me. I hope I did okay. So all the folks, thank you for stopping by for once again for episode 118 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, SaleenDriver. We're going to do it again next week. Look at my calendar. Ooh. I think I might. I have 2 doctor's appointments next Wednesday, but I think I should be here for the chat. I'll set it up anyway. Matt was here too. Don't forget Matt Dumit. He was here. Yes, he was. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the thumbs ups. Don't forget to click thumbs up on your way out if you haven't done so already. I will see you next week. In the meantime, peace.